Great travail is created for every man, and a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam, from the day that they go out of their mother's womb, till the day that they return to the mother of all things. Their imagination of things to come, and the day of death, trouble their thoughts, and cause fear of heart. From him that sits on a throne of glory, to him that is humbled in earth and ashes, from him that wears purple and a crown, to him that is clothed with a linen frock. Wrath and envy, trouble and unquietness, fear of death, and anger and strife. And in the time of rest upon his bed, his night sleep does change his knowledge. A little or nothing is his rest, and afterward he is in his sleep, as in a day of keeping watch, troubled in the vision of his heart, as if he were escaped out of a battle. When all is safe, he awakes, and marvels that the fear was nothing. Such things happen to all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners. Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. All things that are of the earth will turn to the earth again, and that which is of the waters does return into the sea. All bribery and injustice will be blotted out, but true dealing will endure forever. The goods of the unjust will be dried up like a river, and will vanish with noise, like a great thunder and rain. While he opens his hand, he will rejoice. So will transgressors come to naught. The children of the ungodly will not bring forth many branches, but are as unclean roots upon a hard rock. The weed growing upon every water and bank of a river will be pulled up before all grass. Bountifulness is as a most fruitful garden, and mercifulness endures forever. To labor and to be content with what a man has is a sweet life, but he that finds treasure is above them both. Children and the building of a city continue a man's name, but a blameless wife is counted above them both. Wine and music rejoice the heart, but the love of wisdom is above them both. The pipe and the psaltery make a sweet melody, but a pleasant tongue is above them both. Your eye desires favor and beauty, but more than both corn while it is green. A friend and companion never meet amiss, but above both is a wife with her husband. Brethren and help are against time of trouble, but alms will deliver more than them both. Gold and silver make the foot stand sure, but counsel is esteemed above them both. Riches and strength lift up the heart, but the fear of the Lord is above them both. There is no want in the fear of the Lord, and it needs not to seek help. The fear of the Lord is a fruitful garden, and covers him above all glory. My son, lead not a beggar's life, for it is better to die than to beg. The life of him that depends on another man's table is not to be counted for a life, for he pollutes himself with other men's meat. But a wise man well nurtured will beware thereof. Begging is sweet in the mouth of the shameless, but in his belly there will burn a fire. O death, how bitter is the remembrance of you to a man that lives at rest in his possessions, to the man that has nothing to vex him, and that has prosperity in all things, yea, to him that is yet able to receive meat. O death, acceptable is your sentence to the needy, and to him whose strength fails, that is now in the last age, and is vexed with all things, and to him that despairs, and has lost patience. fear not the sentence of death. Remember them that have been before you, and that come after, for this is the sentence of the Lord over all flesh. And why are you against the pleasure of the Most High? There is no inquisition in the grave, whether you have lived 10 or 100 or 1,000 years. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children will perish, and their posterity will have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they will be reproached for his sake. Woe be to you, ungodly men, that have forsaken the law of the Most High. For if you increase, it will be to your destruction. And if you be born, you will be born to a curse. And if you die, a curse will be your portion. All that are of the earth will turn to earth again. So the ungodly will go from a curse to destruction. The mourning of men is about their bodies, but an ill name of sinners will be blotted out. Have regard to your name, for that will continue with you above 1,000 great treasures of gold. A good life has but a few days, but a good name endures forever. My children, keep discipline in peace, for wisdom that is hid and a treasure that is not seen, what profit is in them both? A man that hides his foolishness is better than a man that hides his wisdom. Therefore be shamefaced according to my word, for it is not good to retain all shamefacedness, neither is it altogether approved in everything. Be ashamed of whoredom before your father and mother, and of a lie before a prince and a mighty man, of an offense before a judge and ruler, of iniquity before a congregation and people, of unjust dealing before your partner and friend, and of theft in regard of the place where you sojourn, and in regard of the truth of God and his covenant, and to lean with your elbow upon the meat, and of scorning to give and take, and of silence before them that salute you, and to look upon a harlot, and to turn away your face from your kinsman, or to take away a portion or a gift, or to gaze upon another man's wife, or to be over busy with his maid, and come not near her bed, or of upbraiding speeches before friends, and after you have given, upbraid not, or of iterating and speaking again that what you have heard, and of revealing of secrets. So will you be truly shamefaced and find favor before all men. Of these things be not ashamed, and accept no person to sin thereby. Of the law of the Most High, and his covenant, and of judgment to justify the ungodly, of reckoning with your partners and travelers, or of the gift of the heritage of friends, of exactness of balance and weights, or of getting much or little, and of merchants indifferent selling, of much correction of children, and to make the side of an evil servant to bleed. Sure keeping is good where an evil wife is, and shut up where many hands are. Deliver all things in number and weight, and put all in writing that you give out or receive in. Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, and the extreme aged that contend with those that are young. Thus will you be truly learned, and approved of all men living. The father wakes for the daughter when no man knows, and the care for her takes away sleep. When she is young, lest she pass away the flower of her age, and being married, lest she should be hated. In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house, and having a husband, lest she should misbehave herself, and when she is married, lest she should be barren. Keep a sure watch over a shameless daughter, lest she make you a laughingstock to your enemies, and a byword in the city, and of reproach among the people, and make you ashamed before the multitude. Behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. For from garments comes a moth, and from women wickedness. Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman, a woman, I say, that brings shame and reproach. I will now remember the works of the Lord, and declare the things that I have seen. In the words of the Lord are his works. The sun that gives light looks upon all things, and the work thereof is full of the glory of the Lord. The Lord has not given power to the saints to declare all his marvelous works, which the Almighty Lord firmly settled, that whatsoever is might be established for his glory. He seeks out the deep and the heart, and considers their crafty devices. For the Lord knows all that may be known, and he beholds the signs of the world. He declares the things that are past, and for to come, and reveals the steps of hidden things. No thought escapes him, neither any word is hidden from him. He has garnished the excellent works of his wisdom, and he is from everlasting to everlasting. To him may nothing be added, neither can he be diminished, and he has no need of any counselor. Oh, how desirable are all his works, and that a man may see even to a spark. All these things live and remain forever for all uses, and they are all obedient. All things are double one against another, and he has made nothing imperfect. One thing establishes the good of another, and who will be filled with beholding his glory?